Conversion Assistant is a web application which is useful to help users in the process of creating licenses from text contracts. Before using Conversion Assistant application, the users need to have used Contract Analyzer application to derive the XML corresponding file of the written text contract. Once you have the XML file, we are going to show how the license creation process would be. In this case, we are going to use the XML file obtained in previous demonstration. Once the XML file is loaded, Conversion Assistant application starts to give suggestions to the user to fill the different fields of the license, or in other words, it suggests which information to place in the different fields of the license we want to create. In this case, it suggests to use as the licensor the word licensor company and as the licensee company. In this case, we are going to use exactly the information it suggests to use. Next, we have to fill the temporal terms. In this case, Conversion Assistant application gives the following paragraph. User shall exploit the rights from the date of execution of this agreement for 1 year. We will suppose that the date of execution of this agreement is today, and then we will set the not after date as 1 year later. Next, we have to set the territory where the license applies. In this case, Conversion Assistant application gives us the following suggestion extracted from the text contract. User intends to acquire, with respect to archive or part thereof, non-exclusive play rights for the territory of Spain. Then we can choose from the list the territory Spain. We add it, and if necessary, we could set a second or third or more territories where the license will apply. In this case, we will only select Spain. Next, we have to set the fees for the consumption of the content. In this case, the suggestion is the following. User shall pay distributor a license fee of €1 per minute or part thereof used. Then we can set the amount to 1 and the currency to euro. Next, we have to set the jurisdiction for this license. In this case, the suggestion is the following. This agreement shall be Italian law and elect the Forum of Rome as the exclusive forum to hear any disputes pertaining to this agreement. In this case, we will place in this field Italian law and Forum of Rome. Next, we have to reflect the rights that appear in the written contract into the license. Here, we have a reference to a non-exclusive play right. This can be represented in the license with a non-exclusive and play right. In this case, we don't select the issue option because this is not intended for distributors. On the other hand, we have also the following suggestion. User has requested permission of distributor to use news excerpts. This paragraph can be reflected into the license by adding a new right. This would be a non-exclusive right regarding adaptation, because excerpts of news can be seen as an adaptation of the original. In this case, it wouldn't have been necessary to include the right play into the license because it directly derives from the adapt verb. But if the user doesn't know that matter, then he can add the two verbs to the license, and that will not suppose any problem. Finally, when we have set all the rights, we can check all the fields that we have filled until now. We must set a resource to which the license will apply. In this case, we will set resource. We can check the different parties that we have set, the licensor and the licensee, the rights we have included, the right play and the right adapt, the conditions as the validity interval, the fee to pay for the use of the content, the territory where the license apply, in this case is Spain, and here we could also fill additional information for the license where it is included the jurisdiction where the license applies. Finally, when we select the Create License option, the application generates the license and we can finally download it. It is shown now the XML result of the license, which can be then stored to a file to process it or to do whatever you need to do.